The Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6 and Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 6 are the company's first foldable devices since launching its Galaxy AI suite of capabilities in January of this year. The good news is that these bendable phones come with some AI-powered upgrades. With a distinct form factor to leverage, several enhancements reconfigure existing Galaxy A functions to perform better on phones with flexible inner panels and supplementary outer displays. Others are entirely new and, while initially exclusive to the new Galaxy Z models, will hopefully make their way to other Samsung devices or perhaps other Android phones shortly. We've selected 7 essential features introduced today at Galaxy Unpacked that you should be aware of if you're an AI enthusiast. This appears to be the most distinctive AI selling feature for these foldables. You can transcribe and translate a discussion with someone speaking a foreign language in real time by opening the phone at a correct angle and using both the inner and exterior screens. 16 languages and 23 dialects are supported. The Galaxy S24 series may already serve as an interpreter because of its two-sided translation interface. However, this foldable-specific version might be significantly more useful for communication, as demonstrated by a nearly equivalent functionality on the Google Pixel Fold. The Photos app may now give AI-enhanced tweaks to your drawings, making it ideal for the Galaxy Z Fold 6 with S Pen support. Draw a rough pair of glasses on a selfie, for example, and this function will transform it into a more believable set of sunglasses. It's not a way to create realistic picture modifications, but it might elevate the time-honored habit of scribbling on other people's photographs to new heights of fun. Some special circle-to-search upgrades will be available first on the new Samsung Foldable, followed by other phones that use Google Search. Circle to Search can now scan QR codes, translate entire screens of text, and solve arithmetic problems on the Galaxy Z Fold 6. While it will not be limited to certain phones indefinitely, it is encouraging to see one of the finest AI features for phones to date continuing to evolve. If you want to give your selfie a completely new personality, you can now use the Portrait Studio mode to apply a watercolor, 3D cartoon, drawing, or comic-style effect. As with Samsung's other generative effects, you are shown 3 to 4 variations of the shot from which to choose your favorite. You may now have an AI translator in your ear when speaking with someone on the Galaxy Z Fold 6 instead of merely using the Samsung Phone app. You may translate between 16 different languages, just like in the interpreter mode described above. You may also choose to hear yourself, the other caller, or just the translated speech. Samsung's new foldables are here to help if you need assistance writing a message to a contact. To make the message acceptable and relevant for the person you're speaking with and the topic of the chat, they can now assist in finishing or coming up with many viable responses to a conversation while taking the tone and recent context signals into consideration. This function works in tandem with suggested replies on the Galaxy Z Flip 6, which has a small outside display that makes it less suitable for sending lengthy messages. The result is customized pre-made responses that you can send with a single virtual button press. Thanks to the bigger displays of the Galaxy Z Fold 6, you can now simultaneously take notes and transcribe thanks to a combination of an existing feature and a new setting. It's a clear mix of features to utilize simultaneously, and you could have done so earlier by utilizing the split-screen app systems included on earlier Galaxy Z models. However, in this manner, you may make full use of that screen real estate by using the Notes app or by opening another helpful program for even more productivity. The Galaxy Z Fold 5 has now been surpassed by the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6, which is vying to become the greatest foldable available. With a higher price tag of $1,900, the Z Fold 6 appears to continue Samsung's successful foldable formula, inheriting many of its features. Does that imply same, but slightly different after all? Sort of. But a few minor adjustments can elevate even the greatest. While the Z Fold 6's core features, such as its cameras, battery life, and memory, are unchanged from its predecessor, a closer inspection reveals a few alluring improvements. 1. Wider and thinner. With its lighter and thinner design than its predecessor, the Galaxy Z Fold 5 was already refining the foldable shape. However, the Z Fold 6 further reduces its form factor for a more compact design. The dimensions of the Galaxy Z Fold 6 are 153.5 by 132.6 by 5.6 mm when unfurled and 153.5 by 68.1 by 12.1 mm when folded, making it shorter, thinner, and wider than the Z Fold 5. That is, when unfolded, 1.4mm shorter, 0.5mm thinner, and 2.7mm broader. When unfolded, it is precisely 1.4mm shorter, 1.3mm thinner, and 1mm wider. It's good to see the Z Fold 6 follow the lead and reduce the size, as the Z Fold 5 is already somewhat tall. It results in a more streamlined, little package that doesn't protrude as much from pockets. Additionally, it weighs substantially less, 239 grams, or 14 grams less than its predecessor. Why did Samsung choose to create a foldable device that is ever so slightly wider? It might be related to the secondary display though. 2. A significantly larger and brighter display. A larger screen housed in a smaller package. The Galaxy Z Fold 6 has triumphed with that. The exterior panel is now 6.3 inches in size, but the interior display still has a 7.6-inch AMOLED screen with a 120Hz adaptive refresh rate. With 0.1 inches extra real estate on the front display than the Z Fold 5, that's a minor but welcome increase in size. Not only that, but both displays can now achieve a maximum brightness of 2600 nits, which is significantly greater than the Z Fold 5's 1750 nits. That is the same as the Galaxy S24 Ultra, and significantly higher than the 2000 units of the iPhone 15 Pro. That's a crucial characteristic to have when outside or in brighter situations. Fortunately, Samsung says the Z Fold 6 can last 1 to 2 hours longer than the Z Fold 5, despite having the same 4400 mAh battery capacity, because using brightness at its maximum can drain the battery. 3. An increase in Snapdragon power. The most advanced octa-core Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 CPU is included with the Z Fold 6, just like the rest of Samsung's smartphone portfolio for this year. The Z Fold 6 is a multitasking expert if the Z Fold 5 is already a champion. The Z Fold 6 benefits from an additional processing power boost, increased power efficiency, and an increase in ray tracing thanks to the chip. Together with up to 1 TB of storage and more than 12 GB of RAM, this foldable mini-computer performs well and fits neatly in your pocket. A 1.6 times larger vapor chamber than the Z Fold 5 is also included with a CPU update, so it stays cooler under the hood when running demanding programs or playing games. 4. A modification of the resolution. It's interesting to note that Samsung increased the resolution of the internal display of the Z Fold 6. The Z Fold 6 has a screen resolution of 2160 by 1856 QXGA+, which is the same as the Z Fold 5's 2176 by 1812 QXGA+. Though not much, the minor increase in pixel count can lead to sharper, more detailed images, even though it's still a dynamic AMOLED with a 120Hz refresh rate. But compared to the Z Fold 5, it results in neater notes and scribbles with a convenient S Pen. Ultimately, even minor advancements are appreciated. 5. More elaborate photos. The Galaxy Z Fold 6 has the same 50 megapixels wide, 12 megapixels ultra-wide, and 10 megapixels telephoto camera as the Z Fold 5, but with the addition of the Pro Visual Engine, your images will still look better. With the help of Galaxy AI and the enhanced NPU of the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3, you can anticipate crisper zoom resolution and greater detail consistency in every picture you shoot. There will be additional AI camera magic, including edit suggestions, generative edit, instant slow-mo, and more, much as with the Samsung Galaxy S24. 6. Improved dust and armor protection. Although durable materials, such as Gorilla Glass Victus 2, are used to make foldable like the Galaxy Z Fold series, they lack a popular flagship feature, dust resistance. With its IPX8 classification, the Z Fold 5 provides water resistance to a depth of 1.5 meters, but it does little to keep those pesky tiny particles at bay. But the Galaxy Z Fold 6 is the first device with an IP48 rating. That 4 indicates that the foldable is protected from 1mm sized solid objects, which is quite useful for a smartphone that is always opening and closing. Thankfully, the Galaxy Z Flip 6 receives the same rating. As stated by Samsung, the Z Fold 6 has a better armor aluminum frame for even greater durability. Although the Z Fold 5 already had armor aluminum, its replacement toughens the device's form factor even more, resulting in fewer dings and scratches. So share your thoughts below. Then I will see you in my next video. Goodbye.